Smith reacting to ex-wife, wife, Jada Pinkett Smith about their memoir. All right, let's check this out together. Welcome to the channel. So what do we have here? People are going, what? What the heck is going on here? Will Smith responds to Jada Pinkett confession about their marriage in memoir, which he says woke him up. So actually it doesn't say much in this email. We go straight to the point here, where he says, when you've been with someone for more than half your life, a sort of emotional blindness sets in, Smith wrote, and you can all too easily lose your sensitivity to their inner nuances and subtle beauties. I have the sense here actually that Will Smith is taking, again, more responsibilities than he should about this relationship. This woman is going on a book, like a tour of interviews, and she's dropping literally one bombshell after another. Some of the highlights of these interviews are that she separated with Will Smith from 2016, that she was selling crack when she was a teenager, that they're tired of trying. So, and here you have Jada Pinkett Smith insists she did not cheat on Will Smith. We are in a beautiful place. So we got all this sort of back and forth weird stuff going on. Okay, make no mistake. I read also that she had issues with suicide thoughts, which is a pretty serious thing. And of course, I have no way of validating that. But I know that every human being goes through whatever. Doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. I'm not undervaluing that or looking down on that just because she comes across unsympathetic. I think the big problem with Jada Pinkett Smith somehow is that feels like that she's always talking from a place of inflated ego, seems, even if that's not the case. But it feels like always the type of person that believes that he's enlightened and looks down like almost with contempt and like, oh, let's try to be patient with the peasant, which they don't understand this whole process of healing. So here you have it. I went through it and I'm gonna share it with you. Listen, peasant, because it might be difficult for your tiny intellect. I'm a big proponent of therapy, but the less you talk about this type of stuff, that it's so intimate, right? The better. Do it behind closed doors. And I read also somewhere else she said, oh, people seem to have a big fascination with our marriage. Of course, when you start to drop bombshells one after the other like that, and then they find out that you were cheating with this, boy or whatever, that was a friend of your son, probably under the same roof. And then the slap happens, and then you say that you don't even understand, you don't even support the fact that your husband, in a moment of weakness or insecurity that probably was built up after who knows how many years of attempt or miscommunications in the couple, that bubbled up into that moment of the famous silly joke of Chris Rock, and he snapped, went there and did the slap. And you don't even support that. Actually, not even a year or so later, you throw him again under the bus, taking no responsibility, so to speak. He did that. I don't know why he did that. We were not even married anymore, or we are not wife or husband anymore. So why doing that? So really, like, deeper into Will Smith brief reaction. He seemed again to take too much responsibilities for the event. I don't want to psychoanalyze people, but this is what happens when you feed the mainstream media. Mainstream media lives off this stuff. You literally, that's what they're waiting for. And then it goes around, and people of course get curious, right? And the curiosity increases, but people are also less curious than you think they are. And the less you talk, the better for everyone. So maybe it's time to let go. We got here a video Will Smith that he also replied like 20 hours ago about being able to sleep everywhere. You got a lot of sound and notifications on, but he still manages to sleep. there was something said that it's different. She explained why she hasn't filed for divorce from Will despite no longer sharing a romantic relationship. I made a promise that there will never be a reason for us to get a divorce. We will work through whatever, Jada said. I just haven't been able to break that promise. I applaud and honor you. If I'd read this book 30 years ago, says Will Smith, I would have hugged you more. Read the letter. I'll start now. Welcome to Others Club, Shetty said, continuing to read the letter. I love you endlessly. Now go get some Merlot and take a rest. Jada initially left and at Will's comment, joking, he knows I can't have no Merlot. But the actress went on to express her appreciation for Will's note. That's beautiful, she said. That's why I can't divorce that joker. Sometimes you just, it's just a peace of mind. The best thing you can do is to let go and heal both people. The fact that you decide or realize, like, okay, this is not working in that fashion. Whatever works for you, do it. But that doesn't mean that you have to become an advocate for your way of living, trying to push it on others, which nowadays it's all the rage. We have to partake into their way of making it work. But I'm a big advocate. It works for you, do it. And also learn how to let go and not caring about the outside pressures. Because there's also so much pressures of like, oh, things are supposed to be like that in a marriage. They're supposed to follow only those standards, and people that are more conservative only accept this type of thing. You do you, right? Do you behind closed doors, however it works, however it's enough mature, however you don't continue to damage each other and the people you love, and move on. That's the best thing you can do. That's it. So to be able to acknowledge that and move from that point on, there is no shame. It's not a failure. It's actually a failure if you continue to repeat the same mistakes over and over again without acknowledging it, right? Living in denial and hoping that something will change. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this. Please consider subscribing if you want to, and if you want me to check more of this stuff, let me know. We'll do that, and I'll talk to you later. Ciao.